so many governors have defected to now make APC have 32 state governors now. They now control 32 states in the governorship. And then countless...
The question I really want to ask you,
yes.
Did they contest election on their own? Was it this one that we do without parties, non-party basis?
Independent candidates.
Were they independent candidates? Did they contend? I've been as Idi Farouk on my own.
Yes.
They didn't. Mm-hmm. There is nobody's name is on the ballot. Mm-hmm. So what they have done is extremely illegal and shameful. Because I'm not talking, if I am partyless as I speak with you, I'm 77 years old on the 14th of March. So basically this issue of party, because everybody is known to me, including Tinubu. Everybody in the, is known to me. And most of these governors are neophytes, so to speak. This is not politics. Let me ask you, did Wike abandon, did he leave the PDP to work for Tinubu? Mm. Did he have to leave the PDP and say he's working for the, stay where you are. If you have strength, you can use it to be, but as it is now, it's like the APC have just inherited more or less, including their own 32, more or less failures. Mm. Those people didn't move with their people. Mm. They did not move with them. If you move, if you go to Kano, and the governor of Kano moves, and Kwankwaso is where he is, how have you benefited? Mm. Even in the Akwa Ibom, look at where, and you want to tell me today that because Abba moved to APC, he suddenly becomes the leader of the APC in Kano. Mm. It doesn't make sense. The party itself is shooting itself in the foot. And this will come to realization soon than later. If I was president, I would send them back to their parties. Work for me where you are. You go with them. But now that you come and join me, all the problems of Abba in Kano have been brought from wherever it was, has been brought here. This is how it works. So I don't see. Good Luck had 28 or so governments behind, and everything available to Mr. President today, because you don't take away power from the villa. The villa is, and the custodian is the occupant is the custodian of that power. So, and when you leave power, it also leaves you. So, I think that the APC is shooting itself in the foot with all these arrivals, and most of them are there in the belief that they will get automatic ticket. Yeah. If they don't, what happens? Because I don't want to believe that all of them will be returned. Don't also forget, there are also, when the man in Jos wanted to, the governor of Plateau wanted to move to APC, they rejected him. Didn't you see it? I saw it on television. So they've accepted him now with, in an hour for do kind of what's it called. But when the time comes, because they have their own son of the soil, so to speak, son of the APC soil in every state, who they want to be. And when you are coming with, in quote, their enemies. Now you want to come and you want to replace their leadership. There will be implosion, and indeed explosion soon in the APC.
The reason why I brought that up, this gale of defections of political leadership, is to ask you, sir, are we not already in a one-party state?
No, we are not. We are not, because governors, 32 of them have moved, or 18 or 16 of them have moved to APC. Doesn't matter. The ADC. My advice to APC, do not underestimate the opposition. That opposition is the part of the thing that got good luck out was underestimation of the opposition that looked like ragtag in the beginning before it now metamorphosed into this huge behemoth that is taking over. Look at it. If Atiku had 6 point something million votes, assuming he has lost sympathy of some of them, he probably still has up to 3 million on his side. Peter Obi, the same story goes. With Kwankwaso, he had nearly 2 million votes, but it has now improved. Amechi has its own. El-Rufai, this is arrest, has propelled him. Even those that don't like him begin to like him because of sympathy. So they don't underestimate the opposition. And they have what to say. You get what I mean? All they need to do is to dust up Boala's comment and present it. They don't need campaign anymore, or mockery or whatever that his name is. Reno, just dust up what they say about their principal today. And they have what to say, that's what I mean.
Sir, if we take a scan, environmental scan of Nigeria, in terms of governance, economic indicators, for instance, subsidy removal hit Nigerians very badly, but it hit the North hardest. Pauperization of people generally, cost of living standard has plummeted. More people have been thrown into not just poverty, but misery. Out of school children has increased. Maternal infant mortality deaths has increased. What are your feelings from the North concerning the president's performance?
I do not want to say, I have this argument every day with people. A very hungry Northerner is equal to a very hungry Southerner. And everywhere we go, there is poverty. And I have friends all over. People will call you from Enugu on the issue that they can't send their child to school. People will call you from Katsina. So it is not as if to say it is only the North. Of course, the North, because of its population, will have more people in this, what's it called? But even from the very beginning of this interview, I told you that I will not comment on how the election should be or would go. But I know the determinants of every election. You get what I mean? The economy is a determinant. Hunger is a determinant. Security is a determinant of how elections will go.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And therefore, if you, the voter, hungry as you are, believes that this hunger, you can tolerate it for another time, go ahead and vote. But I want to assure you that these things will determine how that election will go. And it is universal, not only in the North.
Exactly. The reason why I localized it to the North is not for any reason but data. It's because of data. And the data is that, the critical data is that in 2023, when you do an analysis of the results, the score of the president, 63% came from the North. The votes, something percent of the votes that made President Tinubu become president came from the North.
Yes.
That's why it seems like I'm being. So, sir, can the president still command that? Don't forget, sir, there are rumors, from northern elites that I've interacted with, even on this show, who have said lobbyings are going on now currently. If I don't want to, let me use the word, I use the word lobby, but it's more than, it's more or less like bribery. Clerics, the rest of them, politicians, to say, okay, woo the people again.
No, let me ask you. First, how do you woo a hungry man who cannot go to his farm? How do you woo him? How do you woo him? There is the story about one of those elections of yesteryears. because the people are so unhappy, somebody took posters from Abuja. They have got those people who will give, who you pay. They'll do leaky,
Yes.
these leaky people who go and distribute the posters, so to speak, and
Paste it on everywhere.
paste them, paid them. In the morning when he woke up to go to mosque, because he went to one of the northern states there, they went and pasted it on his house. So that mosque, he didn't go, he has to come with his family to remove. Excuse me. If you recall, I talked about the guys who call themselves city boys.
City boys.
And city girls. First and foremost, in every language in Nigeria, when you talk about somebody, like in Hausa, you say, it is negative. So I don't know why they adopted that very negative name. And because they are not politicians and they have not learned the ropes, they think they can take rice, Maggi, and what have you. What does it make sense? You're not forming them into cooperatives to help them better their lot. They're taking rice and bag and things like that. How much rice can somebody eat? And if you, that's why I asked, do you understand Hausa very well?
No, not well.
Yeah, but all the same, if you go to this media, 80% of these clerics are also even exposing those clerics they believe have gone to collect money. So we have to be very careful. And this election, you get what I mean? Every action taken has toughened the minds of the people. Why will the assembly not approve that which will make election to be seen? It might not be fair, but it might be seen as fair. And when you see it as fair, it has become fair already. So why? Why are you taking it out? What's your problem, Mr. Assembly? What's the problem? They said this thing should be done. We have tried all sorts to make our elections work. I've tried the one that you would line up and then everybody line there. It has not worked. Now we are saying employ the services of technology. You say no. The people who will conduct the election, I told you that we are capable. As we speak, as one of my friends, very good friends, I heard him say there was no, what's it called in his area?
Coverage.
Yeah, but it's not true. I've stayed in his house, I've called. Things and people can go and say that it is. So let us be very careful, because let us not push the people into the frenzy or into the mood of revolution, but with all our actions. Now, did we not talk about the governors? But let us go back to the government, because all we have spoken is about national, Tinubu. The removal of oil subsidy in itself gave more money to the states.
Yes.
But if I were Tinubu, I would not give him that additional money without getting a commitment on how they will. If you recall, Abacha set up the PTF. Yes, to channel these extra resources into so many things. So, but you have given the governors more money, and they have not done more, they have not improved on their style of governance. So we are dumb, we are there, but there are so many of them even come to Abuja to be governors. I can tell you about 2/3 of govern from Abuja. They are here in Abuja because Abuja is more comfortable, more secure. But it's your responsibility to make your place secure. I understand that, when you talked about state police, Amutekun or something, like doing a good job in the Southwest. Yeah. And I commend the Southwest governors for that initiative. And I'm sure for them it will become very easy to transmute into State police.
When northern elites talk about power returning to the north in 2027, is this a genuine political demand, or is it just an experience?
Let me tell you.
Yes, sir.
That matter of it will go to the north, next time it will go to the south, I am not for it. Because that's not democracy. Do you understand? That in itself is not democracy. This is why it will go to the north. Where did you hear it? When you have 15 political parties, 10 political parties, why should all the parties take their candidacy from one end? I thought they were in competition. What this means is that I look at where I am strongest. Why should I go to where you are strongest to take my candidate? So I am not for it, and I don't endorse it. Make it open. I made this party, and don't forget, it is party delegates that elect who should represent them. Who should represent them in every election. So why should somebody from somewhere, another party, tell me that I should take my... It doesn't make sense. So I condemn it.
Well, the permutation going on now, specifically for 2027, is that for any of the major, especially the ADC, let me be specific on the ADC, that if the ADC would have any chance of unseating an incumbent president such as Tinubu, who has been labeled or tagged a master strategist. I don't know what that means, but that's what he's called.
I also don't know what that means.
So they have said the only way to remove him is not by fielding a southern candidate such as himself, but to look for a very strong and capable northerner. Because the North, that's what is claimed, that the North
let me put it like this to you.
Yes, sir.
And well, I've been in this business since...
Far longer before I was born.
I am sure you should know that. And politics is not done like that. But look at, I started by saying, do not underestimate the opposition. Look at it like this. Obi, Amechi, Kwankwaso, Atiku. I'm talking about the ones that have indicated.
Yes.
So they're all in a, because it's all about, no matter whether you field a northern candidate or a southern candidate, it depends on the support that all these others agree and give. Don't forget, when Goodluck was to fail, he lost about 5 or 6 of his governors who did not agree. If they were all in one stable, it should have been difficult for the APC. Because don't forget that there is the NPDP that joined the APC government, and it became that big. So it's not a matter of where you field from. You get what I mean? It is a matter of where all the others agree, because assuming, now just for the sake of this argument, an Atiku emerges, and Peter will be the Congo, so then all they move out of the ADC now and say they are angry and move to APC. You know that that's not there. If it is the Peter will be there, and these people still move out, because they can also move out, because you know our political parties have no boundaries. You can move as
very fluid,
very extremely fluid. So it's not about whether it's a northern candidate, whoever emerges. And if somebody emerges, and even the North, that's the North supported Tinubu now. He wasn't a northerner, or isn't a northerner. And there was a northern candidate in the game. So it doesn't matter who. What matters is the aggregate of all those people within the same fold who agree. And I'm sure that in their interests, they will agree on who emerges in a free and fair convention.
Sir, let me take the liberty, with due respect, to correct you. Not in their own interest. In the interest of the suffering people of Nigeria.
Also in the interest of the suffering
people.
More
the dying people of Nigeria.
When I said in their own interest, I still maintain in their own interest. That's my answer.
Okay. Sir.
If you do not understand in their own interest, that is
It's okay, sir. Let me now ask this question, and I want you to be for the benefit of our viewers.
Yes.
I want you to be very upfront, sir. You mentioned their names: Rotimi Amechi,
Yes.
Peter Obi, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, Atiku Abubakar.
Yes.
The only one of these four who did
The
not
ones I
contest.
haven't called, it's one I don't know.
Yes, of course.
And
There are other
it
candidates.
doesn't still end at
Of
this
course.
level.
No. There are so many other candidates in other parties. Omoyele Sowore, your
No,
good
I'm
friend.
not talking about other parties. I'm
Okay.
talking about the ADC.
ADC, I think
Yes.
there will be others that want to invite you. But let's even limit it to these four that have shown interest that we know. Which of these are realistically, in your own estimation, as a political mind?
I will rely on the estimation of the convention, the delegates who go to choose. You know, my own estimation doesn't make any difference.
Some of the
I'm
delegates will be watching this.
Yeah,
And
let
they
them
will learn
watch.
from you.
And I'm telling
You are the
them,
elder statesman.
and what I'm saying to them is that their destiny is in their hands.
The destiny of Nigeria, not just their own destiny.
Including their destiny. Are they not Nigerians? including Nigerians, yes.
You know the role of the elite, such as yourself, is to give direction to the younger ones.
Excuse me, I think the younger ones now have gone beyond. Is it the elites that made NSAS? Is it the elites that did the good governance? I'm asking.
Okay, since you don't want to answer that, let me
I have
rephrase the
answered that. I have not touched any of your questions.
Let me rephrase the question. Sir. What are the qualities that the ADC should look for in a worthy candidate? Sorry, ADC, African Democratic Congress.
Yes.
What qualities of a candidate do you want to see that would give you confidence that yes, this person, no names, are just the
Are
qualities?
you aware of the fact that, like I told you, all of them are known to me, all have held responsible offices before now, including being state governors, and they have performed well, to the best of my own understanding.
Yes.
So, you see, your question, I can't answer it the way you want me to answer it, by calling names.
I've said
Because-
all names. Just give us qualities.
Because I am also a Democrat. I have told you before.
Yes.
If the voter in his own wisdom is hungry for the past 4 years or maybe even 12, and he chooses to continue in hunger, who are you to stop him? But I'm sure that the stomach infrastructure, according to your FIOC, will determine the next election. And when I say in their own interest, and I still stand by in their own interest, among other things, because they know.